Alright guys, on this episode we're going to be doing an oil change on a 2017 Tiguan. It's got the 2.0 liter motor in there, so this will be the same for basically all these years, or all these motors. They really didn't change. We've got our man filter, we've got our filter number there, we've got our Amsoil products. Because we're switching over and these cars are bad for carbon buildup, I'm going to throw that in there and let this thing warm up for 5 to 10 minutes. Also lets the oil flow a little better. Change the filter, and then we'll throw one of these in the gas tank. Again, it just it's good for your car. So that's what we're going to do. I'll have a link in the description for all the products used in this video. You can see we got our filter numbers and all that good stuff, so I'll have that in the description. And let's start changing the oil. I'll pop the hood here, we'll throw in our flush, and then we'll move the car into the garage, let it warm up. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is pop our hood. There's your hood release on the driver's side by the floor. We've got our fluid wash, so we'll go around to the front. We're going to open our hood. Lever, you just right there, pull up comes your hood. And then you've got a safety latch here marked yellow. I'm going to have to use my other hand. Just pop this out and place it in the hole right there. Okay, and there you have it. Hood releases, or hood safety latch is up. So now you're going to see, okay, so we give her a little clean off there. You can see even inside there, lots of junk. It's always good to take a good look at anything that you're doing there. And there's our oil filter. I just thought I'd show you that while we're here. So let's go ahead and dump our Amsoil cleaner in there. And it's just good to do this before your oil change, because that's going to take all your gunk and put it into your oil and clean all that top end of that motor. So it's a good thing to do. And you got your filter that, you know, it's going to catch stuff too. So I always do this before I change my oil, just before. So like I said, this can be 5 to 10 minutes. You let this run in there. All right, and here we go. Just pour it in there, just like so. And then we'll go start our car. Put our oil cap back on. There we go. Let's go start her up. All right. And the other thing we're going to add right now is our gasoline PI. It's got all the information on the Amsoil website of what that does. I like to run a fuel additive, a good one, in my vehicles. It definitely helps out with everything. And it's this easy. Boom. There we go. You don't have to put any sort of fuel additive in there every time. I would recommend doing it, you know, maybe every second fill up, or if you've just put on a new fuel filter. It definitely just helps that fuel burn more efficiently. So there it is running. So the other thing we're going to be doing is changing our air filter. I'll do quick and dirty on it. I'll have a video in more detail. Basically, you've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screws there, and then this whole unit will pop up. As you can see, last time somebody changed the oil, this is why I like to do it myself. You can get a good quality oil, but look at all these screws loose from the quick oil change places. And they just use, you know, the cheapest filter you could possibly get. We are getting quality product here. We got the Amsoil European oil, and we've got a man filter, which is really good as well. And we're going to replace it with a Wix oil filter. It's all about microns there, and those microns keep all the dirt and grime out of this motor. Keep it running for many miles. It's cheap insurance to just run the good stuff, in my opinion. Okay, so the next step we're going to do is placing our ramps. And what I do is put them on the tires, just kind of bump them under there so that I know they're going to line up. Everything looks good. You want to make sure they're nice and straight. If you have to, you just give her a little kick. And then we've got the stops on these ones. Just trying to do a thorough job for you guys that are just doing this for your first time and want to start changing your own oil, saving some money and putting in quality stuff. So now we're just going to go ahead and drive up the ramps nice and slow, and then we've got the stops. Okay, so here we are in the car. We're on the ramps. We're just going to put it into drive. You can see we're just nice and slow because you don't want to just go whipping up over there. And here we go. There's me jumping the brake. So there it is on the stops. Put it into park, and let's begin our oil change. So you got the 3 in the front, and then you got the 2 in the back, and these are a T45. I do believe they're T45. They might be a T50. No, it looked like a T45. Just gonna drop this skid plan off. It's not a big deal. Don't let it intimidate you. 4 bolts. You can do it. Okay, so there's little tabs. You just gotta get a screwdriver or something. I'm using my fingers, and then it slides out. And that's gonna be your oil pan. And on the back side of that, there's your drain plug. Okay, and then for the drain plug, it's gonna be an Allen key, and the Allen key is gonna be a 5/16. You don't need to use this kind, just a basic Allen key kit will work. We're gonna go ahead, pop that oil filter out of there, and start draining this oil. Okay, we've got our oil pan set up. And there's our drain plug. Might have lied about the size here. This doesn't seem to want to fit very well. Or it's stripped out, one or the other, which is perfect. Yeah, it looks pretty painted over and marred up. My goodness. I'm gonna have to take a good look at this and see what's going on here. So here we are, got it drained out. Ended up being 1.25 inches. You want to make sure you get the right size so you don't strip it out. This one, somebody had the wrong size, so it was a little bit tricky. And I should probably have gloves on. Forgot my gloves. And there you go, spaloosh. And this is fairly new oil. But we did the flush on there, so I wanted to make sure everything was good. And while you're under there, just sort of check for some leaks. And this would be, now that we've got our oil draining, we're just going to take our filter wrench pliers. And it's not that easy to do with one hand here. And just keep slowly bringing this off. There we go. Just like so. And you just want to slowly drain that. Slowly take it off, and it'll allow some air in there so you don't make a big mess. This cover goes pop right off. It's just got some little pressure screws, and while I'm in here, I'm going to clean this up. It's just a little rubber boot. We'll take that off and clean that right up. You want to make sure that's all nice and clean. Check the motor. Looks like some normal oil leakage from when they fill it up. You can hear this draining out as you loosen it. You just want to make sure it's nicely drained so that you don't make a mess. She's free there. Again, don't pull it out too quick, you'll make a big mess and oil will run all down there. Okay, so we've got our good man filter here. And now we just, you can see there's a rubber O-ring. I just take a little bit of oil and put it on there, nothing crazy. We just simply start threading our new filter on. It'll go nice and smooth. That's how you know you're not cross-threaded or anything. Just do it by hand. Almost tight. Don't need to be Hercules. So we just did that hand tight, and it is a hard spot to get into, so we're just turning that. We're not gonna over tighten this. See, we just slipped there, so just gonna give it a little bit more of a squeeze. And I think that's gonna be more than efficient. There, we've got our oil filter on. Now we're gonna go under the car, put our drain plug back in, and we're gonna add our 5 liters of 5W40 Amsoil European. And then we'll start her up. Okay, so we cleaned our camera off a bit there for you. Got a little oily. You can get a funnel or whatever you need to do. You just want to make sure, as you can see, she's been spilt in there a few times. Then it's just harder to see if you actually have oil leaks. So we're going to start adding our engine oil. This is going to take 5 liters. And that's how easy it is to do your own oil. Okay, so we're going to reset our oil life on the Tiguan. So what you got to do is you're going to see your trip. It's a 2017. You're going to hold that down, and then you're going to press your start button. So I'm just gonna, you guys are gonna get a little wild and funky here, so press the start button, and then right there it says, do you really want to reset your oil service life? So we're gonna hit OK, service reset. And so to check, you're gonna hit this little sucker here, vehicle status, phone. So we're clicking that button. Speed warnings. Now you get into the section. Now you're just going to use your scroll, and you're going to go down. You can even put on that you've got your snow tires on. Get out of that. Just got a little back button there, right there. And we're going to go down. Services, info. There it is. That's how easy it is to reset the oil life. Thanks for watching DNS Projects. If you wouldn't mind going down to that like and subscribe button. We did a full oil change on this car. How-to steps. We're going to also be doing the differential fluids and the transmission on this little VW Tiguan 2017. Thanks for watching. Again, if you wouldn't mind going down to the like and subscribe button, and I'll have all the products I used in the description down below.